Today we're going to focus on making these grow beds. Okay, this is a modular rooting and grow bed for my hydroponic system. Now you can use it in aquaponics as well, but let's show you a little more about them. Alright, we start out with I believe it is a 70 quart tote under the bed storage unit. I picked it up at Lowe's for $29. Now, next we're going to need some landscape fabric or some kind of blackout cloth. You're going to need a few tees, some elbows, and a few pieces of 1/2 inch PVC. Now, to go out to drain this, you need a 3/4 inch grommet, preferably 1 inch panel hole size. But if you have to go a little bigger, no big deal. These are 1 1/16. It just means it's a tighter fit and a little harder to put the PVC through. Now for the grommet, you need a 1 inch hole saw. And then I'm going to use 3 inch hole saw for the top. Well, let's get started. Now it doesn't really matter what size tape you use, whatever fits your needs the best. This just happens to fit my counters very well. Now I'm putting 3 inch holes in these. The reason being is I want to retain as much of the lid as possible but have enough room to grow, because it's a very good conducive environment for algae and stuff to grow on the top, so you want to cover as much as possible that you're not using. So what I did is I laid out my holes. These are 6 inches apart and then 5.5 inches across. Be 9 holes on this side, 9 holes on this side. So let's get started on that. As normal, when you're starting the hole, go forward. And then put it in reverse. All right, let me get the rest of these. Alright. That's it for the lid. Let's brush everything into the inside so we can dispose of it. Alright. Now, pretty much done with the lid for now. Let's snap that off. And we'll work on the bottom part. Alright, now we make one hole on the side here. Now I go up 1 inch, start forward, alright, and reverse. Alright, that's that. Now, you want to make sure that the hole itself is clean, so I take a small paring knife and I just go around, trim off any rough edges. Now we want to fit the grommet into the hole, okay? It will go in. You got to kind of finesse it a little to get it in there. Alright, once you get it in there, push it out to the sides, make sure that it's in there good and tight around the sides. Now it is ready to put in your first piece of 1/2 inch PVC. Now your first piece of PVC going through that grommet is going to be tough. Alright, I found it's easier if you wet the PVC a little bit. Kind of helps lubricate it as it's going through. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to have one hand behind here so you don't push the grommet out and force your PVC through. Alright. Now when you first get it started, you want to make sure everything's straight all the way around the sides, and then you can twist it in. Now as you see, it's a very tight fit on mine, but it's in there. Now, once you got your first piece through, you can work out how you want to work your drainage. Okay? Myself, I am going to lay mine out as so. Alright. Now, it is not necessary to glue any of this because it's all carried by water, or it's all contained within the tote anyway. Alright, now that we got that in, let's go ahead and we will put the cloth over that. Now this is going to serve two purposes. One, it keeps any of particulate from going back into the reservoir. And two, it prevents sunshine or light from coming in and creating algae on the media you have inside your container. So let's put these in here. Okay, now that we got that, what we got to do is fill it. Now you have your choices of media that you're going to put inside. Personally, I'm going to be using perlite. But you have your different types of expanded clay. I've got a smaller version here and a larger version here. You could use your rocks if you want, but it's all up to you. Personally, I'll stick with the perlite. So let me fill this up and we'll move on to the next section. Now, once you get up to this point, put your lid on. Now, the lid will actually snap in, okay? As you see, we still need some more, okay? So I'm gonna fill this up and we'll move on to the next step. All right, now, the only thing we gotta do is hook into the system. Now, I've already punched the supply line and put in the fittings, okay? They're down here. I just put one in on this side and one in on this side. In fact, let's take this, put it back there and just shove it down in, okay? Now, the only other thing left is to hook the drain line into the other drain line. Now I've already taken the elbow fitting off of there and put a T-fitting on this one, okay? So let's just hook that up and we'll be good to go. Alright, now that we hooked into that one, we hooked into this one, our bed is ready for plants. Now this bed I'm going to be using as a rooting bed. But as you see from down here, it does excellent on growing everything. Everything from strawberries to lettuce to I've had broccoli, cauliflower, kale even. But I prefer to use this as a rooting bed. Here I'm rooting some tomatoes, and there I'm doing some Cuban oregano. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, and please subscribe. Hope to see you again. Thanks.